negative square root of 3m plus 7 equals what? Negative 7. And then I'm going to divide by a negative 1 to have. Tanner, just bring that test back to me. Did you already bring it back? No. Then we have the square root of 3m plus 7 equals what? Positive 7. And here we go. What's the opposite of taking the square root, guys? To square both sides. Okay? Now that we are rewriting the equation, at the end, we'll have to check and make sure it works. Okay? So we square both sides and then subtract 7. 3m equals 42. Divide by 3. M equals, what's 42 divided by 3? 14. All right, real quick, here we go. Before we circle it, let's go. Right up here, here we go. Plug it in to the original. Okay, so we just said 3 times 14 is 42. 42 plus 7 is 49. What's the square root of 49? 12 minus 7. Does that equal 5? Yes. Okay, so to help yourself, maybe put a little check mark to remind yourself that you did check it. Guys, I hate for you to miss points on the test because you know I'm going to put extraneous solutions on there, and you tell me it's the answer when it's not. Y'all with me? Okay, here we go. So, first step in solving this is to do what to both sides? Subtract 5. So now I have, that means the square root. 2x minus 3 raised to the 1/2 equals negative 2. Would you all agree with that? Okay. And then you're going to square both sides. And now I have 2x minus 3 equals, what's negative 2 squared? 4. Add 3. 2x equals 7. Divide by 2, x equals 7/2. All right, let's check it. Here we go. Plug it right in here. What's 2 times 7/2? 7. What's 7 minus 3? 4. What's the square root of 4? 2. Does 2 plus 5 equal 3? That is an extraneous solution. My answer is no real solution. Don't put no solution. Tell me no real solution. Now, on this one, sometimes they don't reveal themselves to you. On this one, it did reveal itself to me. I could have stopped right here. Instead of writing 2x minus 3 raised to the 1/2, I'm going to write the square root of 2x minus 3 equals negative 2. Guys, can a square root ever equal a negative value? I could have stopped right there and said there would be no real solution. But I wanted to show you the process of if you didn't catch it, you would have caught it at the end. Okay? All right, here we go. Now I have the cube root of 3x minus 1 minus 2 equals 0. So we're going to add 2. And now I have the cube root of 3x minus 1 equals 2. And then I'm going to cube both sides because the opposite of cube root is the cube both sides. So now I have 3x minus 1 equals 2 cubed is 8. And we probably can do this in our head. Add 1, divide by 3. X equals what, guys? 3. Check it. Check it before we circle it. Go back to the beginning. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. What's the cube root of 8? 2 minus 2 is 0. I'm going to check mark it and circle it. Okay. A little bit more advanced now. I have the radical isolated, so I am going to square both sides. So when I square both sides, I have on the left that the square root of 2x minus 4 squared, that would blow it up. So now I have 2x minus 4 equals, what's that binomial squared become, Austin? Good. X squared minus 4x plus 4. And now I have a quadratic equation. We're going to subtract 2x, add 4. So now I have x squared minus 6x plus 8. And now, see if you can solve that by factoring. Does it factor? Yeah, what's it factor into? X. So we get x equals 4 and x equals 2. Okay, they could both work. They could only one of the two work, or neither of them could work. So let's check it. Let's go back to the beginning. Here we go. Plug in 4. Here we go. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 equals, 2 equals 2. Okay, the 4 works. Let's plug in the 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Square root of 0. 0. Yep, they both work. Okay? Questions? All right? Solving radical equations. When there's two radicals, just have one of them isolated. I have one of them isolated. Look how nice this works out for us. Let's square both sides, guys. We're going to blow them. We're going to get rid of both radicals simultaneously. So when I square both sides, I have x plus 5 equals 2x minus 3. So I'm going to subtract x, gives me x, add 3, x equals 8. Check it. Okay, 8 plus 5 is 13. Square root of 13. That's okay. 2 times 8 is 16 minus 3. Does square root of 13 equal square root of 13? I'm good. Just because it doesn't become a perfect square doesn't mean it's wrong. I know it. I could see it in your eyes, Eckert. You didn't think it worked because we didn't have a perfect square. Am I right in your eye? Reading you? Yeah. Yeah? Ding dong. Square root of 13 is still a good number. Okay. Yes?
What would you do if it wasn't like the square root of 13 for the other problem?
So add square root of 13 equals square root of 12?
Yeah.
Is those equal to each other?
No.
No solution. Okay. Sounded as stupid as I thought it sounded, right?
Yeah.
All right. I shouldn't say stupid. That was mean. Sounded silly. Silly. Silly's a lot more delicate than stupid. All right. It was stupid. All right. What should we do here, guys? I want to get one of the radicals isolated. So, Jake Wall, what should I do? Yeah, let's add that square root of x over to the other side. So now I have the square root of x minus 5 equals square root of x, and that's plus 1. And now square both sides. We got to be careful over here. On the left, no worries. That becomes x minus 5. On the right, we got to be really careful. That's a binomial squared. Okay, here we go. What's the square root of x squared become? Plus, what's that middle term? This times 2. 2 square root x plus 1. Now, look up here. Now you're wanting to isolate this square root of x, and we'll square everything again. Okay. So this works out nice. Look, when I subtract the x's go away. And then I subtract 1. Okay, so I'm going to have negative 6 equals 2 square root x. Am I right in that thought process? And then I divide by 2. I have negative 3 equals square root x. I'm okay if you stop right now and tell me what? No real solution. Why? Can a square root ever equal a negative number? Can a real solution ever equal? No. So we can say right now we know there's no real solution. Say you didn't catch it and you squared both sides. You would get x equals 9. Okay, come up here to beginning. 9 minus 5 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Minus the square root of 9 is 3. What's 2 minus 3? Negative 1. Negative 1 does not equal 1. That's called an extraneous solution. No real solution. We good? Peyton, you going to make it? I know your legs are pretty tired from running 4 miles this morning. like, I hate that guy. What a jerk. All right, here we go. Tell me what to do. First step, tell me what to do. Mr. Green, other Green, Seth. The one without a big nose right now.
Square both sides.
Square both sides. So here we go. Let's square both sides. Actually, Austin, I don't think it looks that bad compared to what it looked like on Friday. So then we blow it up. 4x plus 12 equals, okay, this is a binomial squared. Here's what I'm going to do. What's 2 squared? 4 plus this times 2 would give me 4 square root of 3x minus 2 plus what? Plus 3x minus 2, because that radical goes away. All right. Let's see here. Let's subtract these 3 x's over and have x. Let's see here. 4 minus 2 is 2. Subtract that 2 over would give me 10. And I'm left with 4 square root of 3x minus 2. Does that sound right? Now I'm going to contradict myself. I'm not going to divide by 4 because it doesn't come out clean here. I'll get a fraction. Y'all with me? Let's just square it right now. We can totally do this. So we're going to square both sides. You guys staying with me okay? All right, here on the right. Actually, let's do the left first. X plus 10 squared becomes what? Arav?
4x plus 40.
Oh, you didn't. On the left. On the left. On the left.
X squared plus 20x plus 100.
Thank you. Okay. Equals Charlie. What's that become on the right? And you don't have to distribute through if that's what you're doing. I think you're saying it. Say it louder, bud. So here's my question. What's 4 squared? So 16 times what? Ooh. Ms. Duffy, what's this become? What's the square root of this squared become? Just 3x minus 2. So it's 16 times 3x minus 2. I thought, see, Charlie, when I said you don't need to distribute, I thought you were trying to do this in your head. You can't distribute through the radical. 4 squared, 16. The square root of 3x minus 2 squared is 3x minus 2. Does everybody see what I did there? Now go ahead and distribute the 16 through. So that gives me what? 48x minus 32. And then my left-hand side stays the same. Let's get everything equal. Let's get the quadratic equal to 0, so it becomes x squared minus 28x plus 132. Hold me accountable with my arithmetic. Did I mess up, Jessica? What's 4 squared? That's what I just said. Where'd that 4 go? What's 4 squared?
Yeah, I know that. That's 4 plus 4. 4 plus.
No, that's 4 plus 4 times. Okay. That's 4 plus 4 times. Right here, Jess. What's 4 minus 2? 2. I subtracted it over. 12 minus 2 is 10. Hey, ask earlier, okay? Because if you're pondering on that, you're probably you just yell at me, because then you're messed up on all these steps. Okay, does anybody have that factored while I've been talking? Manachi, what do you got for me, big dog?
I got x minus 22 and x minus 6.
Somebody hold him accountable. Is that right?
Sure.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, so we get x equals 22 and 6. Nice, Manachi. Okay, you guys want to check them, make sure they both work. One works. We got to check them. Here we go. 22. All right, 4 times 22 is 88. 88 plus 12 is 100. What's the square root of 100? 10. Come over here. 3 times 22 is 66, minus 2 is 64, square root of 64 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 22 works. Plug in 6. Here we go. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus 12 is 36. Square root of 36 is 6. 3 times 6, 18 minus 2, 16. Square root of 16 is 4 plus 2. Don't you guys wish you could borrow me on a test and check your answers? You can't. You couldn't afford me. You couldn't afford me. A furniture upholsterer wishes to cut a... What's an upholsterer? I feel like sometimes now we got to talk about this. Somebody that's going to do what to the furniture? Okay, Peyton. Not Peyton. Genevieve, I'm sorry.
Like put some new layer of fabric on it.
Yeah, put new fabric on it. Fix it. Okay, some of you guys are going, what? All right, so wishes to cut a strip from a piece of fabric that is 45 by 45. I'm going right now and I'm drawing my 45 by 45 square. Okay. The strip must be cut on the bias, and I told you what that means, the diagonal of the fabric. Okay, I'm going to cut it here. What is the longest strip that can be cut? So, guys, aren't I asking for this, and then this, and then this, and then tell me what do I use? Pythagorean theorem. I know it got crazy. I put words in and things got complicated, right, Smelzy?
No.
No? Good. 45 squared plus 45 squared equals x squared. You guys got to coach me up on this. I don't know what 45 squared is. 2025? Thank you. Okay, I can do the rest because that would give me 4,050 equals x squared. And then I'm going to take the square root. And it says, hold on. Give an exact answer and then approximate using nearest hundred. Did you give me an exact answer already there, Eckert? Why are you going to your calculator? Put it down yet. I'm not ready to get around to the 100th. Give me an exact answer. Guys, isn't 4,050 2 times? Well, maybe not. 2025. I bet there's some perfect square in there. Guys, ding dongs. 2 times 2025. What's the square root of 2025? 45. So it becomes, here's my exact answer, 45 square root of 2. Now, question. I really should have plus or minus, but are we going to cut a negative length? No. Now, Eckert's going to go to his calculator and type in 45 square root of 2 for us, and he's going to round to the nearest hundredth. So that's going to be squiggly lines. X is approximately equal to 6.4 what? Thank you. I got worried about you not being around. What do you guys think? Not bad. Last lesson. I'll review with you on Thursday.